There was another proposed constitutional amendment that passed overwhelmingly, dealing with setting aside some money from the dock stamp revenues over a period of 20 years, generating billions of dollars, to purchase environmentally sensitive lands that also impacted water resources in the state. Somebody has to decide how to spend all that money, and I know there will be a lot of debate about that this session. Where are you on those issues?
First and foremost, I have dealt with issues like this, both with on the real estate side, dealing with how we acquire private land for public use and for conservation purposes. Unless we have a commitment, unless the money is there from our federal counterparts and from the state, I want shovel-ready projects that are going to be implemented within a very short period of time to achieve these conservation goals. My fear is that we've seen in the past, you have the government come in and they acquire real estate at a very high value, and because you don't have the funding from the Corps or from the state, that property is then leased back to, let's say, agriculture, to farm families, to cattle ranchers, and they're kept in agricultural production. And we're talking, Steve, sometimes 10, 15, 20 years. And we have an initiative to surplus those lands. If the government has no use for them, or if the project is no longer able to be achieved, then we should surplus it and put them back on the tax rolls and get them back into private ownership. I don't see it as the government's role to just amass massive amounts of land and keep them out of the private ownership and use. So that's first and foremost. I'm going to be introducing a bill that would address how land can be leased back out to the private sector from the public. We have water management districts, we have school boards, we have counties that own large chunks of land, and they do lease it back out, but sometimes there's no competitive bid process, there's no transparency, you have allegations of cronyism and sweetheart deals, and I think that if we're going to talk about buying more land, we have to address the issues that we've dealt with in the past in terms of making sure the tax-paying public is protected as well.